welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. I don't know if you guys have been watching the African Cup of Nations. It's been really, really enjoyable. Some more excellent games yesterday. We did a watch along to it over on the DR Sports channel yesterday to the Ghana versus the Comoros game, and what a shock that was. Ghana, one of the sort of favourites to do well in the tournament, knocked out by the Comoros yesterday, 3-2. And of course, that means that Thomas Partey will take no more part in the competition. Ghana out, finishing bottom of the group, an absolute shock. They're expected to go through, but they're bottom of the group, and Thomas Partey is out. And a couple of the Ghanaian fans that were in the studio with me yesterday when we was doing that watch along were suggesting to me that his best move will be along with all the other Ghana players, will be to go straight back to England or Germany or wherever they're playing, and not to return to Ghana after that showing in the AFCON. So we could be seeing Thomas Partey back at Arsenal very, very good soon. And of course, that's bad news for Ghana, but that's great news for Arsenal, because we know how short we've been in midfield. It'll be really interesting to see if he could possibly be back in time for the game against Burnley at the weekend. I very much doubt, he'll be ready for the game against Liverpool, But Burnley, possibly. I mean, it was a very taxing 3 games for him, so surely he needs a rest. But let's see what happens with that. But at least he's going to be, from an Arsenal point of view, he's going to be returning back to the fold very soon. One player who's not returning because he's left, that is Kolasinac, left the club side. Kolasinac yesterday, he terminated his contract. He had 6 months left of that to run, and terminated that, and has moved now and joined Marseille. Of course, you'll have some familiar faces there at Marseille. Guendouzi's there, Saliba's there. Well, you might not know Saliba very well because he's hardly ever been at the Emirates. But yes, he has moved, and it's very interesting yesterday in his sort of Instagram post that he put up, where he kind of admitted that he's had a really tough time at Arsenal. It hasn't really worked out for him, if you're reading between the lines. But listen, wishing him all the best. It hasn't worked out. That's how it goes sometimes. I remember when he first come in, we was all getting really excited about him. He came in really highly rated, free transfer, but it hasn't worked out. And he's been on very, very high wages, said to be over £100,000 a week at Arsenal. So again, that's some money that's sort of cleared off of the wage bill, and allows Arsenal to go after other targets. Another player who could be leaving is Mohamed Elneny. Now, he's linked with a move away today as well. Remember, his contract is running down and is coming to an end soon as well. And Mohamed Elneny today being linked with a move away. It's Fenerbahce that are interested in him. They've been interested in him for a long time. Remember, he played over in Turkey for Besiktas and did really, really well. But Fenerbahce interested in him. He could team up with Mesut Ozil. Could he leave this month? It's really interesting that we're talking about midfield players and not enough cover there and things like that. Would Arsenal let him leave with the possibility that we could then be left a bit thin in midfield? It's a risk, unless Arsenal are definitely looking to bring in someone in that midfield area, say at Arthur, and that then restricts the amount of time that Mohamed Elneny gets to play. Because, excuse me, as I've been saying this since we got knocked out of the FA Cup by Nottingham Forest, we've got, after Thursday, and, fingers crossed on Thursday, number one, the game goes ahead, which is looking like it will, and number two, we win. If we win that game, we've got one more game in the Carabao Cup, right? If we lose that game, we've got no more games in the Carabao Cup. That means from now till the end of the season, all Arsenal will have is Premier League games, and that's it. No cup competitions, no FA Cup, no Europa League or Champions League as it used to be before that. Nothing. So we got to think about that. If you start bringing in loads of players, where are they going to play? When are they going to play? It's going to be like one game a week. So that is a thing that Arsenal have to consider as well. And maybe that's why they're willing to let so many players go, despite the fact that, we're still in this sort of COVID times. And what about Granit Xhaka? He is also being linked with a move away. It's been a really not great season for Granit Xhaka. Remember, in the summer, Roma wanted him. Arsenal changed their mind on it. I think at the time, Roma were offering about £16 million. They decided to keep Granit Xhaka, and it's been a very Granit Xhaka type of season for him. 1 minute, you think to yourself, yes, he's doing well. Then the next minute, like the last game, he goes and get himself sent off. Sent off twice this season in big games. Manchester City away, gave away the penalty in Manchester City at home when we were, running the game. Sent off against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, misses the second leg. But always trusted by every manager that's always been at Arsenal. Trusted by Arsene Wenger, trusted by, Emery, Ljungberg, and now by Arteta. But surely it's going to be time to move him on. I don't think this is going to happen in January. I feel that this is more a deal that could happen in the summer. And then it depends on, will Mourinho still be there? He's not exactly pulling up trees at the moment at Roma. It's Mourinho who really, really likes Xhaka. But Xhaka being linked with a move away, but I don't think it will be until the end of this season. Still looked upon as a very important player by Mikel Arteta. Now, what about Dusan Vlahovic? Well, conflicting stories today. One story says that Arsenal are putting together their offer in the next 48 hours, said to be worth around 70 million euros. That's what the bid is, and he'll receive wages of around about 19 million euros a year. Wow, not bad. If you can get that, not bad. However, there are conflicting reports, as I said. There are reports saying that he's going to Juventus. One Italian journalist claiming that he's got an agreement and he's already agreed terms to join Juventus 3 months ago. Hold on a minute. If he agreed that, that'd be illegal, wouldn't it? You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to talk to the teams until you get to at least, the January transfer window or in the summer. So how could he have agreed that 3 months ago? Certainly, there's been loads of suggestions coming out of Italy that that's his preferred move. He'd love to join Juventus, stay in Italy. That's where he'd like to go to. Juventus, of course, the biggest club in Italy. But will he end up going there? Will Juventus even get there? Not having a great season. Would they even get into the Champions League? But listen, it's a big club going to Juventus and, carries a big kudos over there in Italy. So where will he end up? Is he going to be tempted by the big money and the big money move of coming to Arsenal and being the main man at Arsenal in the Premier League? Or does he want to stay in Italy with Juventus? As I said, we'll find out within the next couple of weeks if he's going to move or not. It's going to be really interesting to see. Or could Arsenal turn to Alexander Isak? I mean, who would you prefer? Isak or Vlahovic? Looking at Isak's records this season, he scored 4 goals in 17 games. That's not great, is it? I mean, Aubameyang scored more goals than him this season, when you look at that record. But he's said to be the alternative. He's said to be the player that maybe Arsenal may turn to if they can't get the Vlahovic deal over the line. However, even in the case of Alexander Isak, there's a report from Sport magazine over there in Spain that his preferred move is to go to Barcelona, and Barcelona have shown interest in him and he's already playing in Spain, but that would be his preferred destination. Who would you prefer? I'd like to ask you guys out there today, Vlahovic or Alexander Isak. Which one of those two would you prefer to join Arsenal? Who would do better? I know who I would rather, but I want to hear from you guys today. Let us know, Vlahovic or Isak. And then there's this guy, I spoke about him a couple of days ago, Djed Spence, still being linked with a move to Arsenal today, apart from other teams that have joined it. Spurs are said to be very interested in him, and so are Leeds United. As I said, he looked really impressive when he played against Arsenal in the FA Cup when Nottingham Forest beat us he was probably one of I'd say their best player on the pitch. He was really, really good. Has caught the eye of Arsenal, but also Spurs and Leeds interested. Reported fee there around about 2.2 million, but it's said that you could get a deal done for around about 10 million. I understand he's an Arsenal fan as well. So, and I don't think that would be a bad move as an understudy to Tomiyasu. I mean, right back wise, we've got Bellerin out on loan, but he's not going to probably return at the end of the season. And also, Cedric injured again at the moment and probably coming to the end of his career at Arsenal as well. So looking for a right back now is definitely the right thing to do. And could Djed Spence make that step up from the Championship to the Premier League and become a star? Let's wait and see how that one turns out. Thanks for watching the show today. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. Liverpool against Arsenal's second leg of the Carabao Cup. It should be on. And let's hope we can get as many players back as possible for that game. And, if we can get a win in that and get a Wembley final, that would be absolutely amazing. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.